Hi, this is Dr. Otto Janke, Executive Board Officer for your New York Chiropractic Council. Our super duper special guest for today is Dr. Dan Sullivan, who is the chiropractic advocate who will be with us in October at our convention. Dr. Sullivan, great to have you with us today.
It's an honor, my friend. It's an honor, as always.
So first of all, you're a graduate of what college?
Northwestern Chiropractic College.
They teach chiropractic there?
Well, you can catch it if you pay real close attention and spend a lot of time off campus at seminars.
You can still get it though, huh?
Yeah, you are still exposed in some fashion.
Wow, that's awesome. So let me ask you, how did that guy going from there become the chiropractic advocate? Because that's a great story.
Yeah, without going too deep, because I want to keep, I want to, kind of make sure we're amping up for the seminar here. Here's where I would go with it. When I heard the truth for the first time, I couldn't avoid it, and so it did cause me to go seek it out myself and really own this thing. And so I come from a very medical background. I've got two brothers are medical doctors. My mom's a nurse for over 30 years. Sister's an occupational therapist. So I just wanted to be in the medical world. And so when I heard this truth, I really fought it because I didn't necessarily want to kind of submit that some of the things that I had known or done were not fully maybe based in some in the truth as I was learning. So so it wasn't easy for me. And so when I did come to it, though, I come through a lot of layers. And so chances are, anybody out there, I've probably been through a lot more layers than you have just because of my previous background.
Sure.
And that being said, I feel on the other end, I've asked myself all the tough questions, and that's kind of where I came to it. And then, that was kind of in school, and that's where I sought it out and, try to learn from the best or hear from the best and go to places and read. And lo and behold, we come to understand, or I come to understand that, the truth is the truth, and chiropractic has the truth. And today, where I stand today, is understanding what is the evidence behind. Do we have scientific evidence to support not only what our philosophy drives us to understand, but then the application of the adjustment? Is there evidence to support that what we do truly transforms lives and truly influences, more than bad backs and bad necks?
Awesome, awesome, and awesome. The certainty of the power of the adjustment. I actually love that. October 14, 15, 16 in Westchester, New York. You ever been to Westchester?
No, I have not. No.
You're going to love it.
Can't wait. Get ready to live, huh? Get ready to live.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about technique for a moment. What was your technique? What's your technique in the office?
I'm a corrective care chiropractor. I've always been. Early on, I was a big Gonsteader. I was for 2.5 years. I was the president of the Gonstead Club back in my school, and then I got into some CBP and some Pedibond. So now I'm a full spine corrective care doc, but the one thing I'm going to talk about is not exclusive to any technique. It's not exclusive
Sure.
to, and in fact, that's one of the things. It's a driving question that I asked, in chiropractic is, why do all these techniques get results? Why can you go to a network doctor that's literally essentially touching on the spine? You go to an activator doctor that's just using an instrument, all the way up to a Gonsteader to you name it. And why are they all getting results? You go into these offices and they all have amazing testimonies, allergies and asthmas and diabetes and Crohn's and all these things that have gotten well. And so it's something that supersedes our techniques. So the thing I'm going to talk about, it doesn't matter what your technique is. There's a common ingredient that all of our techniques have, and therefore we need to understand, in my opinion, we need to understand the mechanism as to why we get the results we do, and more importantly is why we can walk into any room in front of any human being and we could confidently look at them and say, you need your spine evaluated and taken care of for the rest of your life, and with confidence know why I would say that. Not just another better script, not just a line, but truly understand. And not only that, your child, your 1-day-old, your 10-year-old, right? Because we understand, and here's the thing, Doc, is that what I feel we've missed in the profession, it's not that we've missed it. I just feel like we haven't been exposed in a manner that can bring this to light. We take credit for a lot of stuff that isn't for us to take credit for, right? So when I speak, I talk about the intimate relation. The reason why we get such great results. Why did Harvey get his hearing back? Why in 1918? Why did a bunch of people, literally hundreds and thousands of people avoid the flu or death from the flu from being adjusted? Why did, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, why did we get these results and continue to today? Is because it wasn't because yes, it's because we have great techniques, and yes, we have, great philosophy, but here's the driving force: is there's an intimate relationship between the spine and the brain. There's an intimate relationship between the spine and the autonomic nervous system. And when we can better understand that, and I'm not like this big neurologist that's going to try to get all kind of technical. I am going to keep it simple. So October 14th, 15th, I'm going to keep it simple and break it down to what I believe is very simple, so that not only you as a doctor can have confidence in why you would recommend your care, why you can look someone in the eye and tell them why it is so critical to have chiropractic a part of your life and lifestyle from, beginning to end, that will improve the quality and quantity of your life, and why we know that. And it all has to do with that intimate relationship between the spine and the brain. And we can't take credit for that. We just get to work with that, and that goes into why our philosophy is so brilliant.
Absolutely love that. Love that. 18 different ways. Love that. So would you recommend people having a flame retardant suit while you're speaking up there, or have a fire extinguisher by?
Well, we've talked about this
recommend
before.
that?
I specifically I recommend a couple, an extra set of socks, or maybe, duct tape your toenails, so they've been known to blow off if we get a little bit too close. Yeah, but I am going to bring some southern heat. I do get a little excited about what I do. I will apologize to the front row because I tend to spit and some things come out because but truthfully speaking, I am one, and I won't back down from this, and I got to kind of embrace this. I just don't see it any other way. We have the greatest gift called chiropractic. We have something that can transform a society, and particularly if it's led with our philosophy and it's backed up with our science. Like, nobody can touch it. And I've been in rooms with PhDs and MDs and some of the greatest researchers in our culture, and I speak the same thing, and nobody can. And I'm not saying it's irrefutable, but more importantly, what I've come to find out after kind of been on the road last year and a half is that it's not about me showing you a great research, or that's all important. But what's most important is that you can have confidence. So three things. The main three things I wrote down as I'm preparing for the talk is, number one, that you're going to have evidence that supports what we do. That we change the brain more than anything else, and I'm going to go over that. It's not about hard bones and soft nerves. It's about changing the brain. And when you change your brain, it's a limitless potential as to what results you're going to see in your office. Number two is to have the confidence and own that, to change the conversation. 9 people out of 10 come to your office and think the chiropractic is about bad backs, bad necks, and headaches. And so we need to change the conversation real quickly. So I want you to own it. I'm going to give you the confidence, or hopefully instill with some evidence that will allow you to get the confidence. And then the third thing, which is the most important thing that I've come to realize in my own space, is that what matters most is your strategies of communication. Because if we can't communicate it to the mom that's got 3 kids at home, if we can't communicate to the dad that's a banker or a plumber, right? If we can't communicate it effectively to the people across from us, then none of it matters. So my biggest ticket is going to be, how do we actually take this kind of somewhat complex, abstract thing called philosophy and science and wrap it down into a very simplified, digestible, understandable thing, so your practice gets better and you get better results.
Absolutely incredible. Dr. Dan Sullivan, October 14, 15, 16, Westchester, New York, for the New York Chiropractic Council. Your site is thechiropracticadvocate.com.
That's right. Yep.
I'd recommend everybody go there. You have one of those cool posters right behind you.
Yeah.
I've got one of those posters. Tells it all like it is. We love that. Make chiropractic simple and easy to communicate. We absolutely love that. Dr. Sullivan, I appreciate your time with us today. Man, as I recommend to everybody, so it's almost like going to one of those, a Gallagher show where you have the people,
they put the spray on. Yeah, exactly. They got to put the plastic
the
on.
tarps over in the front row. Yeah. So probably a blast shield would be a good thing to have in the front row.
I should bring a watermelon and a big hammer.
Yes, that would be good. That'd be very, very good. Yeah, remember that guy smashed that? Who was that guy? Who was that? It was Sullivan. That's what it was. Dr. Dan Sullivan, we appreciate your time today, my friend. We're going to see you in a couple of months, and we're going to light things up in Westchester.
I can't wait, man. I'm honored, and always a pleasure to be with you, brother.
Keep the fire lit, my friend.
Yes, sir. We will.
Thank you much. Awesome, Dan.